Hi everybody, it's Karen. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk a little bit about sobriety and how to get 24 hours. If you are not an alcoholic, you probably are wondering, what are you talking about? Get 24 hours. Well, let me explain to you. The first 24 hours can be the hardest of your whole entire sobriety. If you are sober for like 30 years, that 24 hours means so much to you. It is the first, it's the first accomplishment. It's the first sign of hope that this could get better. So I want to talk about it a little bit so you can understand, especially with everything that's going on right now with the pandemic and people being inside and there's limited social connecting. You know, everything is awkward right now. And a lot of the people that I have helped, all of the people, I've helped a lot of people still. When I went back to the club room for, a couple days there was a little bit of time when it seemed safe to go back. So otherwise I've been on Zoom. So I have to help people. And people are in this position where they are needing help and they're at home. And they're at home, working from home now. They're at home with their kids. They are held up at home and they need to get sober without going into a detox. And so people call me all the time and say, I am going to quit drinking. And I say, what's your plan? Tell me what the plan is. So that's the first thing I want you to do, which is kind of hard when you're drinking. So if you're watching me and you're drinking, I want to talk to you a little bit about what I call maintenance drinking. Okay. And you are going to understand. I have said this before to people that drink, and I've said it in front of families and friends. And they've gone, oh, they don't know how to maintenance drink. They just drink till they pass out. They don't know what you're talking about. They know what I'm talking about. Okay. So you're going to know what I'm talking about. When you're drinking and you're 24 hours, 24/7 drinking around the clock, and you have to do something. You either have to walk over to the liquor store, you have to get to the bank and cash a check, you have to go to the mailbox and get the mail. There's something you have to do and you do not want to fuck it up, right? You don't want to screw it up. You will start slowing down your drinking. It might be that you binge out and you get really drunk and you pass out and you wake up and you're like really sick and you're like, oh my God, I gotta get to the post box. I've got to get more booze or I'm going to be sicker, right? So you start to kind of back up and you start to slow down your drinking, and it's called maintenance drinking. It's so you're drinking, but you're not getting sick. Okay. You'll know what I mean if you are a drinker watching this. Okay. If you're the family or friends of the loved ones, you're not going to understand this, but there's a thing where you can kind of go, okay, I've got to back up here, but I'm going to stay drunk, but I'm going to be coherent, and now, if you're in the bender, if you're a family and friend and you're watching someone drinking, you're going to think there is no way they could do that. You got to wait till they come out the other side. Okay. Sometime coming out of the other side is in the hospital. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes it's 5150, right? People get alcohol poisoning, but if you can get them to that point where you can talk to them and they're like, oh my God, I think I need help. Okay, great. You think you need help? Let's just go maintenance here. Let's just slow down a minute so we can do something different. That's what I'm asking you to do right now. Slow down a minute, maybe the rest of the day. See if you can back up a little bit so you can hear me and take direction. Okay. And add water in between. So if you're drinking and you have a drink and you're trying to slow it down, drink like 2 glasses of water to the 1 glass of booze because you're dehydrated. All right. And it'll start slowing it down, and you won't get sick. You won't shake. You won't go into DTs. You won't seizure. I'm not telling you to quit. I'm telling you to slow down so you can hear me. Okay. So that's the first thing I want you to do is just kind of slow down. Maintenance. Get into some kind of maintenance thing so you can hear what I say. And if you can, get a pen and paper. If you can. Okay. And write this down. I'm going to get my coffee. So you got a pen and paper. You need to make a plan. Your plan also includes a decision. Okay. I've decided I'm going to quit drinking. Now, Your mind is going to, and when I say your mind, I'm talking about the alcoholism. This is addiction too. All right. So even if you're doing heroin, meth, whatever it is, slow down, bring it down to maintenance so you can hear me. Once you get to there, we need to talk a little bit about your safety and well-being. Okay. The first thing when someone calls me and says, I need help, I say, are you safe? Are you in a safe place? So I'll ask you that. Okay. If you're not in the maintenance zone, save this and watch it later when you're a little more maintained. Okay? Or turn this off now and don't listen to it but make sure you can find me again. My name's Karen Gardinier. And first question, are you safe? Write down on that piece of paper, yes or no. If it's no, are you unsafe because you're drinking 24/7, you're about to die? Or is it because you're in the house when someone's unsafe? What is it? And if you are not in safety, you need to call for help. Okay? Direct message me if you need to, and I'll help you find the right resources. We need to get you some help to get you safe so you can make a decision. And we take it for granted all the time that people can make this decision about drinking when they are not safe. You have to be safe. That's the first thing, okay? If you answer, yes, I'm safe, no one's harming me, right? I'm not being held against my will. I'm drunk, but I've been drunker, so I'm okay. Okay, Karen, what's next? Okay. 2, do you have a doctor? Have you ever detoxed before? Have you ever quit drinking before? That's usually the second question I ask people. Have you ever quit drinking before? Yes. How did you do it? Oh, I did it at home. Okay. Did you have any trouble? Do you remember how you did it? Because you're just going to do that again. Sometimes people have quit many, many times and know how to quit. If so, you're going to know what to do. If you've never quit before, you need to get some assistance, okay? And what I mean by that is heroin addiction is, you're not going to die from quitting heroin. You're going to hurt like hell, and it's going to be miserable as hell, but you probably won't die. People die from heroin abuse when they've quit, and then they decide they don't want to quit, and they go back and they use the same dose that they were using when they quit. That's when they overdose and die. So you don't want to play around with this, okay? So that's one thing. Are you going to need a medical assisted detox? Heroin usually needs some help with that to get through that really painful experience. And I'm not going to go into a lot right here, the painful experience I'm talking about, because you know if you're on heroin. You've known other people that have kicked it, but it's possible. People kick it in jail. I have a lot of friends that just kick it at home, when they've gotten sober. They just toughed it out and kicked it at home because they've done it in jail before. So that is something you need to think about. If you are going to need help with that, that's a medical assisted detox. Meth, that's not a tough detox. That if you really want to quit, you need to stop doing meth. You're going to sleep for about 3 or 4 days, and you're going to eat for about 10. You're going to sleep solid, which is fine. It's like sleeping through your detox. Just sleep and eat and drink water. Make sure you're hydrated, okay? Prescription pills, you're going to need a doctor's assistance for that, medical assisted detox. If you're an alcoholic, alcoholics have the highest fatality rate when trying to just cold turkey quit. If you are a 24-hour drinker, it depends on how much you're drinking. It depends on if you go into delirium tremens, which is called DTs. It depends on how you're going to react to this, but it can be very dangerous. So this is the one that you want to seek some help with. So if you want to quit drinking, usually I ask people some questions. Have you ever seizured before? And if you go, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, good. That's good. If you say, yes, I have, well then even more, I'm going to ask you, do you have a family doctor? Does anybody in your family know that you want to quit drinking? Is anybody already sober? These are questions I want to ask. Do you have medical insurance? Because in the ideal world, if you have medical insurance, you have good medical insurance, and you've never gotten sober before, and you really want to get sober, what you would do is you would flip this card over, your medical card over, and on the back is a 1-800 number, and you would call the 1-800 number, and you would say, I need substance abuse treatment. Am I covered? If so, where should I go? A lot of people make the mistakes of getting right on the computer and looking for someplace, and their insurance isn't going to cover it. If you don't have that luxury, but you do have a family doctor, or you have a state insurance and you have a family doctor, I want you to call the family doctor. People cannot put you in prison for wanting to quit drinking, okay? So unless you get a DUI or you're harming your children, right? But if you call your doctor and say, I'm drinking too much and I want some help to stop, and I'm afraid to stop without help, he's going to determine how to get you the help you need. If you can do it at home, there's a lot of people that have done this at home with their doctor's assistants. Their doctor will say, okay, you need to call and tell my nurse every day if your blood pressure gets above this, I want you to, do this. You need to go to urgent care, but otherwise I'm going to give you this medicine and this anesthesia med, and you're going to take it for this many days, and then you're going to, do whatever else you need to do, go to meetings, whatever, but that will medically make sure you're safe. And that's the best way to do it, is have a doctor do it. I don't think people need to check into, per se, if you've got a good doctor, good insurance, I think, and you want to get sober, you can do it at home with the doctor's help, if the doctor will help you at home. Meaning they give you a prescription and then they let you call. They do tell you if your blood pressure does this, you get one of those cuffs at home, you get it Rite Aid. Or, if something goes awry and you start feeling really terrible, please go to urgent care immediately and have them call me. But I've had a lot of people that have done it that way during the pandemic because there was no treatment centers or detox to go to. And that it's a great way to do it. If you're a heroin addict, or a benzo addict, or you just can't stop by yourself at home, if you have insurance, by far, go ahead and do that. If you don't have insurance, do you have state insurance? If you don't have state insurance, Google free in your county. I'm in the county of Riverside, and you can do free treatment, right? You can Google that. There's a few places that will offer that, or they will get you on state insurance in an emergency status so that you can get into a treatment center, and they'll get you right on a list. Okay? So you have to do that. You have to make a decision one way or another. And I didn't know it was going to take that much time to give you that much information, because there was so much more I want to give you. And it's always limited if they're going to let me post this or not. Sometimes they let me post past 15 minutes. Sometimes they don't. I'm going to go on and just pray that God lets me post this if it's longer. So let's say that your doctor says, yes, you can detox at home, and I'm going to give you this anesthesia med and a little, whatever he does to bring you down. There's medicines. I'm not going to name them now because I don't want you to try to get them and do it yourself. It's important to seek doctor's care. Or if you're going to do it at home and you say, I've never seizure, I've done this before, I'm okay. Great. If you want to do it at home, but just promise me you'll call 911 or go to urgent care if something starts feeling funny. If you start feeling, your heart starts racing, your palms start sweating, and you feel like you're going to fall out, please. The other thing is, if you're going to do it at home, make sure that somebody knows, a neighbor, some supportive person knows you're going to try to do this at home. If you can, have someone come and stay with you. If there's another sober person in your life, see if they'll come and sleep in the spare room while you're getting sober, just to make sure, because you'll start to worry and stress, and your alcoholism will tell you, you better drink or you're gonna fall out, So see if you've got some support. If not, I'm going to tell you right now how to get support. So let's say you decide you're going to quit drinking. You got pad and paper. You make a decision. Make a decision when you're going to quit. Okay? And this gets tricky because your mind the alcoholism will start screwing with you. So you'll say, okay, I'm going to quit on Thursday. And you decide you're going to quit on Thursday. Okay? Your last drink is going to be Thursday at 10 o'clock at night. Let's say that. And you're going to try to bite the bullet through the night, and then Friday, Saturday. And then your mind will tell you, well, I better quit on Friday, because then I can just detox over the weekend and I can finish the week and I don't have to worry. And then you'll get to Friday and you'll say, I think it's best. I'll be more successful if I just wait till Monday. Okay, so this will go on and on and on. So pick a time. There will always be a reason not to quit drinking. So don't make it all crazy hard for yourself. A Monday morning is great. A Tuesday morning is great. I think morning is a little bit better because I can keep you busy through the day and your head won't torture you so much. Okay, so first thing is pick a day. Let's say we're going to go Monday morning. Monday morning when I wake up, right? My last drink is going to be Sunday night at 2 a.m, whatever it is. I don't care. And Monday morning, you're going to make sure you have some stuff with you, because once you start this process, there's no like, oh, I better run to the store. You're not going to feel like running to the store. If you run to the store, you'll feel like buying booze. It's all an opportunity for your alcoholism to talk you out of this. So the list you need is write down water. If you don't drink water out of your tap, buy water. Water. Buy some electrolytes. You've all seen electrolytes now. And some people drink Gatorade. It has some electrolytes in it. It's not the largest amount, but it's a good amount. So Gatorade would be good. Get the flavor you like, flavors, whatever. Or get those little packets of electrolytes. And you can ask the pharmacist, do you have electrolytes? And they'll either have a packet of little powder, you dump it in the water and you shake it up and drink it. All the flavors, grape, cherry, lemon, lime. I get lemon, lime, tangerine. I get the tangerine. Get those, or the little tablets that you drop into the water. Ask your pharmacist first. I need electrolytes. Okay, so you've got water, you've got electrolytes. You need some candy. If you are going to be detoxing from alcohol, you need candy. You need chocolate, hard candies, suckers, sugar. Okay, sugar. Unless you are a diabetic. Obviously, you can't do this if you're diabetic, right? But if you're not a diabetic, because all the alcohol you've been drinking is so much sugar, that sugar will help with the detox. Trust me, it will. This is not the time to count calories. So get some sugar. Make sure you got some food around. Some apples with peanut butter, or easy things to eat that you like, because you're not going to be that hungry, even if it's toast with peanut butter. I'm thinking like protein, energy bars, protein bars, anything you can just like heat up easily, just real simple. Okay. But something with don't get Cheetos or something with no nutritional value. Get something that's going to help. Okay. So you got some food, you've got water, you've got electrolytes, and you've got candy. That is really what you need. You also need some kind of a pain reliever. I don't know if you can take Tylenol or not. If you can take Tylenol, get some extra strength Tylenol. If you can take, this is the very best, very hard to find, is the Excedrin, extra strength Excedrin. It's for migraines. And it works great for hangovers and detoxing because it's got a little caffeine in it, okay? And you can have coffee during this time. I don't think you're going to want it for a few days, but Excedrin is really good. Ibuprofen for the body aches. Any kind of pain reliever like that you can have. You know what you can take, Advil, whatever. That's it. That's what you need. If you want to have a little Alka-Seltzer nearby, or no NyQuil or anything like that, just and then the medicine the doctor gave you with the instructions clearly printed out. Okay, and when you are going through this and it says take one a day, you're going to mark off on the day. Monday, check. Tuesday, check, because you might sleep and you might forget if you took your pill or not, and you might end up taking like 3 of them, and then you don't have enough to finish. So do this like it's a little, you can't just wake up one day and go, I'm never drinking again, that's it. No, let's make a plan here. Okay, so get those things together. Tell a friend, a family member, whoever, I'm going to be detoxing at home. My doctor knows, here's the number. Here's the emergency room I want to go to in case something goes awry. Or I'm going to detox and I need a ride. This is where I'm going, right? I'm going into detox and treatment for 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, yay. Good for you. Don't have to do that, but good for you. So now you got a plan. Okay, so you execute the plan, and that morning, the first morning, Monday morning, you're going to go to a meeting, even if you're drunk. I have a list of meetings to go to. Okay, you can go DM me and say, I need the meetings to go to. You go to the first morning meeting. There's one at 7. There's another one at noon. There's another one at 5:30. There's a whole bunch of conference calls in between. And then you're going to a meeting and you're not drinking till the next meeting. Then you're not drinking the next meeting and you're not drinking the next meeting. And you just have to stay sober these little increments of time till we get to 24 hours. You can do that. Then in the middle of the night when you go to bed and there's no meetings to listen to, see, you're going to be fine as long as you're not listening to your head. It's when you're alone in your head that you're going to want to drink again. So you're going to stay in those meetings. Okay, and again, you might be arguing with me, well, I don't want to do AA. It doesn't work for me. You know what? I don't care. You want to get 24 hours? This is how you do it. All right? Just do it. No arguing, no debating. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, I guarantee this will work. People like me are on that meeting. We will meet you at the next meeting. Like there's a 7 a.m. Zoom meeting and then a 9 a.m. conference call meeting. Boom, 2 hours. You can stay sober for that 2 hours. We can help you do that, right? And then we'll help you for the next 2 hours. And we help you for the next 2 hours, right? And then you go to bed and you think, oh my God, I'm laying in bed. My mind is killing me. Okay. We're going to give you a number for a conference call meeting. You hop on a call and just listen to people till you fall asleep. And you wake up the next morning and you have 24 hours. Okay? That is great. That's how you do it. There's no glamorous way to do it. I don't care if you go to a spa in Malibu that doesn't do AA. The first 24 hours are going to be like that. Water, sleep, meetings. Meetings. If they don't go to meetings, you're really going to suffer in Malibu. Any other treatment center. This is the way to get your 24 hours. Get Netflix. Have your Netflix ready. Or movies, DVDs, whatever it is in your family you do for movies, right? And when you're not in a meeting and you can't sleep, turn on a movie. Just get to the next meeting. You're just going from meeting to meeting, okay? You're drinking tons of water. You're making sure you got electrolytes and you're sleeping. But you wake up, you set your alarm to get to that meeting. You wake up and you go, oh shit, another meeting. I just want to sleep. Get on the meeting. Keep your camera off. There's Zoom meetings. Keep your camera off or your phone. If you're on your phone, just listen. And as soon as it's over, fall back asleep and get to the next meeting. Listen. Fall back asleep, right? Listen. Watch a little Netflix. Oh, I think I want some candy. I'm going to eat some candy, okay? So it's really good to block out some time. Take off some time from work. I suggest if you can take 7 days off, 7 days is ideal. 5 days, people can do it. I've seen people do it in 3 days and go back to work sick. Depends on your situation. Okay? I prefer you not go back after 3 days. The third day is usually kind of the hardest. It's the hardest to work through. So at least 5 days, 5 to 7 days. If it's a detox off of heroin, you know, doctors have helped people get off heroin at home. They give them a taper at home. So you can talk to someone about this. There are doctors specifically for that. Check out in your community. Okay? So this is how you get 24 hours. It's very specific. It's not a helter-skelter. I'm just not going to drink. Hope I'm okay. I don't have any water. I need to run to the store. I'm hungry. No one will bring me food. No one loves me. I might as well drink, right? What's that old song? I think it's by The Clash. Nobody hates me. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. Why don't I just eat worms? Well, that's what happens when you try to quit drinking. All of a sudden, the world is your problem. And it's not. This is your problem. So first, we got to get 24 hours. If you need help, if you want to do this, I will give you the Zoom number to attend meetings, just like I said, the meetings that got me sober, and you can get 24 hours. All right, we can get you 24 hours, and then we can get you to 48. All right, we can get you boom, 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 boom. You can do this. It's like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. All right, so there is some basic information. I am available to answer more questions. This is a complex subject to talk about in this kind of a format, and that's why people don't do it, because it is a dangerous thing and everybody is different. But that is the gist of it. That gives you the idea of it. Now, let's take your specific situation and tailor it by either going to my website and sending me a question on there. There's a questionnaire on there. You can send me questions. You can DM me on my Instagram, my Facebook. You can message me on YouTube where all my videos are. You can call me on my community text number and start a dialogue with me directly, not anybody else. I am on that text, okay? So I have been known to walk people through their first 24 hours when I can and show up at meetings and help them do that. So if you have questions, reach out, but that is what it looks like to get your 24 hours. With your doctor's help, you can do it at home, okay? I love you all. Thanks for listening.